What's good, everybody? So, I am not shocked to see this. I am not shocked at all to see and to hear about this because we knew this was going to happen. Warner Brothers, since the strike has happened, has lost 500 plus $1 million. That's a lot of money. And seeing this, and I said to myself, if Warner Brothers lost this much money, then I can imagine Disney, Universal, and all the other studios. How much are they losing? And it's not good. But when you have a strike, just like war, when you start a war, wars and strikes cost money. And during that time period, you're going to lose money. And for Warner Brothers, I know they got to be shaking their heads because ever since Discovery took over them, um, they've released projects that were not financial box office hits. Black Adam, Shazam 2, The Flash, Blue Beetle. They've been taking a lot of hits. So now, with the strike going on, and they'll continue to lose money. I know they got to be sitting back in those offices like, man, this is bad. This is really bad. And we got to try to figure out some way to get back on track. Now, they can get back on tracks. There's a way they can get back on track, which is this: the studios and the unions. Well, let me just take that back. The studios need to sit down with each other and say, look here, um, this is not a good, this is not a good thing. This is bad. And it's going to go from bad to worse. Because the longer this strike goes on, the more money that we lose. And I'm pretty sure they don't want to go at the end of the year or going into next year still on strike and not come to any type of agreement at the table. They're gonna have to figure out something. But the other thing too is that I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was a comment made by a studio executive when the strike happened that the person said, we're gonna starve them out to the point where they can't pay for their mortgages or rent and car payments and all this stuff, and then they're gonna have to come back and take whatever we giving them. That was what one studio executive allegedly has said. But then you had the big celebrity actors and writers and producers in Hollywood that was giving money, millions of dollars to the union funds to help members pay for their mortgages and houses and apartments and all those sort of things. So I know the studios probably look like, uh-oh, that's not going to work. And then they did come to the table and try to negotiate and try to work on some things to try to compromise on a few things, but still no deal was signed. So I would just say at this point, Warner Brothers, along with all the other studios, they need to say, hey, you know what? We need to nip this in the bud now because we can't continue to keep going on with this. Let's put our egos aside. Let's take all that out the way. Let's call the unions back up in here. Let's work something out. Let's get it signed and sealed and delivered so we can go back to doing what we do. because not only are we going to continue to lose money, but they're going to start losing subscriptions for their streaming services. Because why? When you don't have any new product, then people who have memberships, they're going to start to cancel their memberships because they're going to be like, okay, I'm tired of looking at reruns. I'm tired of looking at this. I'm tired of looking at the same stuff all the time. They don't have anything, so cancel my membership. And not only is this happening with the writers and the actors, but the special effects departments was talking about possibly going on strike, and the video game industry, the workers was talking about going on strike. So the actors and the writers strike is what kicked it off. So now you have other industries and other unions in the film industry that's like, hey, you know what? Let's jump on this now. Why it's going on? Let's get in here, try to negotiate stuff for us as well. So, like I said, with Warner Brothers, they're constantly keep taking hits, and I'm pretty sure they're in their corporate office saying we can't continue to take these hits, these financial hits. You know, movies ain't doing shit. We ain't making money. We losing money because of strike. We got to do something. We got to get this straightened out. We got to get this taken care of because we can't release movies because the actors ain't gonna promote it. We can't develop projects because we don't have any writers. So hopefully they get this taken care of and they can work out some deal. I would say at least before the holiday seasons, because like I said, this is not good. This is bad, and it's only going to get worse. So let's keep our fingers crossed that they'll come to the table and get some type of agreement. But only time will tell. So you guys tell me how you feel about this. Do you agree, and are you happy that Warner Brothers is losing this money, or do you not agree? I want to hear from you guys so we can have this conversation, and stay tuned.